And we start with breaking news from Waukesha County.
To really understand the influence Mark Zoromski has on the Milwaukee television scene, it helps to think of the newscast itself as the tip of the iceberg, the part that breaks the water's surface, the part that catches the eye, the one that cannot be seen were it not for the base below.
The guy crashed his car into Marco's Pizza.
It's true, news does just happen. But news planning does not just happen. Newsroom managers, producers meet often throughout the day.
What's just our best guess?
Deciding what stories must get covered and then how to cover them. Over his 14 years at WITI, Mark Zoromski excelled at three things: knowing what the story really was, understanding the logistics in getting it, and then switching sides of the brain to be able to tell it. Those who worked with him marveled at that rare ability to speak fluently to engineers and storytellers. Zoromski started as a producer in 1983 and quickly showed his skills in planning by heading our 1984 political convention coverage. One summer, two conventions, endless obstacles, but one Zorro, the deadpan, quietly sarcastic, surgically efficient Zorro. The reward for success in TV news, more challenges. So here come the 88 conventions, more election nights, and then the story that tested every Milwaukee journalist, Jeffrey Dahmer. When the world came to the safety building to cover that trial, Zorro was the one charged with coordinating coverage, not just ours, everyone's.
It's very crowded, and I think that's going to continually be our biggest problem, that we simply don't have enough space.
With a satellite truck, with just a couple microwave trucks, limited receive capabilities, I remember a lot of times we had to be able to jump a shot from one truck to another truck to the station. I mean, just being able to get television on the air was a challenge. And then he obviously had to worry about making this stuff look good.
It took an incredible amount of planning and hoop jumping to land candidate Bill Clinton into a town hall meeting in our atrium. Oh, don't look for any pictures of Mark here. He was down the hall in B Control running the show. There were stories from the road, some intense, the spearfishing controversy, some intensely fun. We're pretty sure he went on the Harley-Davidson ride in 1993 just to make sure the two Vinces didn't stay on the road all summer. But to paint Zoromski as some sort of planning savant does no justice to the teacher within. Part of a management team that stressed conversation over chaos.
We're not a tape-throwing newsroom or people yelling at each other. We're very calm and kind of organized by our thoughts, and Mark was really that way. There was no one better on the assignment desk when it hit the fan, so to speak, in spot news, that you would want up there kind of directing the show from up there. He was very calm, he was very deliberate, he knew all the people to call. He totally had absolute control over the newsroom and breaking news situations.
He wasn't the admiral of the Fox 6 ship, but he sure was its master navigator. Sadly for us, though, he set a new course in 1997.
This is UWM Panther Vision.
UW Milwaukee students who wanted a career in news would now be taught by a man who had already excelled in it.
I would choose impact on people's lives.
Always quick to laugh at the Brown Deer studio, Zorro seems even happier on the East Side. And the awards that came so often in TV keep coming in academia.
I work so hard because the students want to learn so much.
Every year, there are fewer Fox Sixers who actually worked with Zorro. But looking around, there are more and more of them who were taught by him. He's not guiding our ship anymore, but he is stocking an entire fleet of newsrooms with those who will soon be in charge, who won't forget the way he taught them news should be done.
Gol darn it.
It's a hell of a smart way to ensure a legacy, if you think about it. It sort of makes you wonder if that wasn't his smartest plan of all.